Hello, this is the House of Vizsla where we talk anything and everything Star Wars. Today is episode 2 of Andor, season 2
Yep.
of The Spies in the Skies. Andor
Spies in the
review.
skies.
How are you, Fives?
I'm good. How are you? How have you been doing this week?
Yeah, I've been doing good. I ate a thing
Good.
of oatmeal. That was good.
Nice.
What about you?
I also did. I ate mine dry though, straight out of the bag.
So,
Anyways,
for
um,
the next uh, um for the episode 3 and 4, 5, and 6 of Andor,
yeah.
and the previous episode we recorded, um, Echo will not be joining us.
Oh yeah, we
He
forgot to mention
is
that in the last one.
taking
Yeah.
a quick vacation. No, he is taking time to study for his exams,
Yep.
and
This is our last week in school, so
last
next
weekend
week we
in
will
the
have.
dorms.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Next week we will probably have him back, right? Possibly.
potentially
Not next week. But yeah.
maybe next week if we choose to record
Later.
later. If
Yeah.
I
Okay.
get comment from Echo, who is my roommate,
Okay. Cool.
I think he can't hear me right now. So,
Anyways,
but
that's okay.
join our Discord server so you will be
Mm-hmm.
the first to know when he returns.
Right. And you just can stay updated on all our videos and stuff coming out. You can comment, your voice will be heard, you know.
Yeah,
There's a
it's
lot of benefits. So
yes, a lot of
it's
benefits
also
on it. Plus, you get to be part of the community, uh, and get to talk with us and other Star Wars fans or fans of the show.
yeah,
Why not? Um,
exactly.
and you get to participate in a game at some point once we get more people.
Yeah.
Uh, so
Cool.
with that said, we are gonna go into the Diego Luna scale. So we rate
Mm-hmm.
the episode from 1 to 10. You could say 0 if you just didn't like it. Um, so that's
Yeah.
what you fans are saying. No, we haven't gotten any feedback from you guys for that. So the fans score is a 0. I have no data, so unless you're typing in Discord quickly something,
No, I'm not. Definitely wasn't
definitely
doing
not.
that.
Ah, so
Yeah, so my rating is a 7. Um, we see some basically just continued storylines of the past episode. Not much new,
yeah,
you know. It's kind of still starting out there, you
yes,
know.
yes.
It's kind of the feel. So
I
yeah, that's how I feel about it.
I do think
7.
there's a lot of cool things happening with it.
Mm-hmm.
I also said a 7. Um, hey, zero point 0.5 higher from last episode. Yay!
Yes,
Um,
sir.
no, I really enjoyed this episode. It got more deep. We got to see our friend Cyril Cone, um, the
That is true.
businessman that he is, um, who is now living with Deidre.
Yeah, that's a new.
That's a new thing.
Well, I mean, not. Yeah, it's new, but like we kind of saw it coming.
Yeah.
End
Um,
of last season.
and
Yeah.
we got to hear some more dialogue between the ISB commander that's over Deidre, and they're
Right.
working on this project of uh, what's his fate? Director Krennic. But what is our
Hmm.
score? If we both chose 7, that's easy.
Wait, really? 7 plus 7 divided by 2.
Which
7.
is
That's crazy.
7.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
That's how math
7
works.
Andors. 7 of his
Yeah, if you
faces
if you guys join our
down at the
Discord, we
bottom.
can also teach you how math works. So
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
okay. I'll be the guy.
If you want help with digital logic design, I'll
Yeah.
still not do that.
Or or
Or
Calc 2
physics.
for this summer.
If physics, I can direct you
Yeah.
to a place that
We're
may help you.
nerds.
Um,
We're engineers. Anyways, um,
so favorite moment shot of the show that you
right.
like?
So, I guess I'll go first because I always go first. So, Cyril, right? Cyril, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he after he got kind of like fired from his other job in season 1, he went to like this little desk job, right? And he learned to accept it, and he's like, anyways, so there's a
Yeah.
new guy that comes in. And there's just one scene where a new guy comes in, and he's like telling him, he's talking to him, and
Cool.
he's like, this place has a future. We can make a difference. And it's just like, he's so serious about it, but it's just,
It's so cool.
for me, it's funny. Yeah. Um, so that's my favorite scene because he's just like so passionate about his work.
Yeah, I think that was definitely cool seeing that dynamic of them, uh, and
Yeah.
seeing how he's evolved. Now he's a manager and type thing. Um,
Right. Right.
I like so on the planet that Bix and company are at.
Mhm.
The Imperial There's a imperial company there, uh, doing an audit. They shut down comms, so
Right.
Luthen can't hear what's happened. Anything there. Andor is lost in space. No one has heard of him.
Yeah.
We know that he's trapped and held captive by a gang of rebel,
Right.
um, a gang of another cell of
They're
rebels.
like, yeah, they're just random gang of rebels.
Yeah,
But
and
obviously the other characters don't know that. So
with some leadership
Luthen is kind of
issues,
like,
definitely some
yeah.
leadership issues.
Hmm. Well, yeah.
They
So
mutiny,
as the episode, sorry, you continue your
but
favorite scene. Sorry.
I liked just Bix was working on this silo thing, and this imperial
Hmm.
officer came over trying to flirt with her, and I thought that was just
Yeah.
kind of
Asked her out.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Um, so
Yeah. That was a funny one. And then it was funny when I don't even know his he comes in and kind of like saves the
yeah,
conversation. um
um,
the
Andor's
officer like kind of like
friend,
backs up. Yeah. the
not
the guy from Ferrex.
yeah,
um
not his prison friend,
right.
Boshi.
We never saw that guy again.
His
It's kind of
prison
sad,
friend?
right?
No, we see him again.
Yeah.
He's in Rogue One.
Oh, you're talking about that prison friend.
Yeah,
Okay.
not Andy Serkis's character.
Yeah, Andy Serkis. I thought you were talking about him, but the other dude, we do see him again in Rogue One, which is actually really cool.
And I think he's gonna show up again. Uh,
Yeah.
any ideas? This episode we may predict more because
Hmm.
I don't think you've seen episode 3 yet, right? Of
No,
it?
I haven't. Have
Me
you?
neither.
Cool.
So
We'll watch it tonight.
we'll
Um.
watch it and we'll have things to say. Um,
Yeah.
so we
But
may go theory heavy because why not?
right. Yeah. So at the end of this episode, episode 2 ends with Andor. He finally. So basically, back up a little bit. The gang that he was with, they are fighting internally amongst themselves over the leadership and specifically some ties with people that abandoned them. You know, it's kind
Or
of like,
died and things.
yeah. And then they're shooting at each other from across the thing. There's like this some Star Wars animals come into play. It's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Um, but anyways, it ends up he's being held captive. He gets away in the Tie Fighter, and then that's when the episode ends. He just gets away. So
yeah.
where do you think he's going? Like
I
back
think
to
he's going to the next spot. or potentially that planet that Bix and company's on,
Right.
which I my opinion would be a terrible idea. Continue on with the mission. If you know
Right.
where the next pilot was gonna take the ship, you just take it there.
Yes,
Continue the mission,
because
then
yeah,
go back and see your friend.
the plan was he was going to drop the spaceship off, and the next pilot was going to take it up. The gang ended up killing the pilot before he got there, and that's where things went wrong. So
Yeah.
yeah, but that makes sense. I think he should definitely, like, if he does know where that is, I think he's gonna do that. I don't see why he would risk going back to Bix and them just yet.
So,
Um,
um, yeah, I think, and Luthen's assistant, I forget her name, is
yes,
back at headquarters on Coruscant, where she
in
has
the
this
shop.
better listening post, and
Hmm.
there we see something, a
An
cool
Easter egg.
relic
Yes, sir.
of Plo Koon's mask.
Bum, bum, bum. We're gonna show a picture or no?
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's like if you miss it, you miss it. It's like one scene. She just passes by it because they have a shop of like a bunch of relics from I don't know where's. There's just a bunch of like ancient relics that they sell to rich people who waste
And
money.
that,
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
oh, it was even in the previous, in season
Oh really?
of one,
Yeah.
um,
Might not have seen it. Probably
I
just missed
got an image, and it was a better image too, which was cooler.
it.
Um,
Nice.
I
Yeah. Also, we do have some development with the wedding, with Mon Mothma and all them. So, um,
you want to talk
I
about
think
that?
I'm pretty sure. I don't remember that much, but we do have 2 or 3 scenes.
Wrong
Things
thing.
are getting a little more complicated. Oh,
That was
there
the
we go. There we go.
mask. Or should I go?
Wow, that looks
There it
pretty cool.
is.
There. Wait, there.
Yeah, so that is
Dude.
the shot of it. It's like quick walk past scene, but definitely something for us to notice because there's these a lot of these relics of past Jedi, past things now, memorabilia for a viewer to see and be like, "Oh, that's cool."
Hmm.
So yeah,
They honor him.
and
R.I.P.
I think Dave Filoni may or may not have had a say of like, "You're gonna have Plo Koon's mask in here," um, just because
Why
I
not?
say so.
You know? Yeah.
Hey, his favorite he created Plo Koon and he kind of likes Plo Koon.
Hmm.
No, he didn't create him. He just likes him
Yeah. Wait.
because he's the commander of the no, the general of the wolf pack and his like
Yeah.
favorite animals are wolves.
Hmm.
So, there's
Fun
that.
fact.
Um
Yeah.
I I
Um.
I do think the next episode there's going to be something going wrong at the wedding or that's
Definitely.
happening in the next arc. I
It does feel like things are building up at the wedding. Like, you know what I mean?
tensions are
Like it's
rising.
right. Definitely. You
Um,
can kind of like just feel the tension, like the conversations that they're having.
and I
Um.
think there's this one
Yeah.
guy that Mon Mothma has been talking to a lot about things, and I
Mhm.
think to Perrin it looks like Mon Mothma might have had an affair with this other guy. I think he's just
Really?
a
You think so?
financial person
Right.
trying to keep
Yeah. I.
the things under wrapped under the table of the financial backing of the
Yeah.
Rebel Alliance. So,
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. So.
yeah, we'll see what's happening. Anything else to add? If not,
Hmm. Oh, also we see B2 again.
Yeah,
He's like one of my favorite droids. I
yeah,
don't know
he's
why.
pretty cool. I don't think he's gonna die. I think
Hmm.
he may stay on that planet or something, or
Oh yeah,
go somewhere else.
please
Because
don't die.
don't kill him off. If you were gonna kill off that droid, you would have done it already.
Right, in season 1 they had some good chances. He could have died with his owner, but
Yeah,
yeah,
Cassian's
that's his mom.
adoptive parent, mom.
Yeah,
Um,
she was turned into a brick.
yeah, but then exploded.
Yeah, like well,
Um, yeah,
nice
I
death.
do think there are definitely a few things happening. I
Hmm.
My brain doesn't have any theories or any
So
speculations of what
yeah, no
could happen
theories.
because
Right,
something's gonna happen. It's the last episode of the arc, last
exactly.
continuation of this story.
Do you think we're gonna feel sort of like a close, or is it gonna be? Because like
Yeah, they have to
it
close
is
it
a
off.
separate arc
They have to close it off
somehow.
some way. They can't cliffhanger it because of their idea of 3 episodes is 1 year. If
Right.
you
So
say, oh, 3 episodes is a year, but you leave it with a cliffhanger,
then how do we know? Like,
why didn't you just keep making seasons and go more in depth? But Tony
right.
Gilroy, the showrunner and writer, was like, hey, I don't want to spend 5+ years working on this. I want to
Yeah.
be done.
And I don't think the fans would stay in it that long. Like,
No,
Andor season 1 was like immaculate, but like it's
not
a little too much.
not well received by general fans. Hardcore fans, yes.
Hmm.
I do think it's toning to a better stone, um, but I think once we know more about what happens, the continuation of this arc, um, but I think
Yeah.
there's also a whole story going on. The plan that the thing that director Krennic is doing, wanting to do, that's definitely gonna
Hmm.
happen in the next arc for
Definitely.
sure.
And like as the arcs go on,
I think
um,
I
in
think
Rogue
Bix
One,
is
the
gonna
Death Star is built.
yeah, I
So
think Bix is gonna survive whatever happened on that planet, um, and will make it into the next few arcs. But she has to die.
yes, over she does
There
because
has to be something that makes Cassian kind of distant, kind of this pain in the butt character that we see in um,
yes, that we see in Rogue One.
yeah.
Yeah, it's totally different dynamic.
With that
Something
said,
changes. Think we call it?
yeah, make sure to
Like
uh,
and subscribe.
like, subscribe, join our Discord for your feedback, and just um, let us know. Comment what you think of the show. We'll reply back when we have a waking moment. Finals are next week. Um,
I only have finals on Friday, so
that
I'll be here.
stinks. That really
Yeah, it
does.
does, but it's okay.
But with that
Eh,
said, may the force be with you.